What's up guys, today we will learn how you can fix most and basically every Unarc error that is happening while you're installing your game from some Repack site. So what is Unarc.dll at the first place? This is basically a Windows file that is used to decompress files and make sure you get the full size program after the installation. So common errors for this are basically your antivirus blocking setup installation, lack of storage, lack of RAM memory, lack of CPU power, high CPU usage and whatnot. Today I will show you every step for every minus error that should work and fix your game. We also have some game that I installed randomly just for the experiment and for the use of this video. So let's start by opening our torrent application where you have downloaded your repack. What you want to do first is check and verify files you have downloaded. You can head over to content if you are using the same torrent as me and see the installed files on your drive. If you can't see them, you can just click on force recheck. This will basically recheck every file and verify is everything here, or you can download the game again. I would recommend this second option, but if you don't want to wait, you can just verify and recheck your files. Now what you want to do is to close every program that is running while the setup is running. So if you have basically this Edge browser or Discord application, you just need to close it to save up on memory and CPU usage while the installer is running. You can also come here and just quit every application, close every application, even from Task Manager. So go to details and just end task on everything you don't need while setup is running. To check your storage. So if you don't have enough storage, the game won't be installed on your PC. Also make sure that you have more than enough for a game, because when you download the repack, after decompression, full size game will be installed. So basically if you have 100 GB free and the game is 150 after the installation and decompression, the game will take a full size 150 gigabytes and you won't have enough storage to keep it, and that's why error is happening at the first place. After that you go to Windows security and just disable Windows virus and threat protection. So go right here under virus and protection settings, click on manage settings and disable everything right here. Then head over to firewall and the network protection and also disable this. You can turn on this when you're finished with installation, so don't worry about that. Also make sure to run your setup.exe file as administrator, just in case, so nothing messes up. What you also can do is increase your virtual memory or page file. So page file is basically this. That's a virtual memory that is used if you fill up your physical memory, or to increase your page file and set it by yourself, you can just click on search and type in advanced system settings. Here you can just click on performance and under performance click on settings, click on advanced again and click on change. Deselect this automatically manage paging file size, and on the drive you have installed the game or your system drive, make sure you are using an SSD. You can set initial size in megabytes and maximum size also in megabytes. So I have 16 gigabytes of RAM, as you can see here, and I set the same amount for my page file or virtual memory. You can do the same or you can search up on Google based on how much memory you have. You can set up your paging file. When you're finished, just click on apply, done, and restart your PC. Then in BIOS settings, you need to turn off your XMP settings. I saw that for the most people, this helped a lot with Unarc error -12, so make sure you do this. Your XMP settings is most probably on advanced settings when you enter the BIOS. I won't show that in this video, but you can just Google it up if you don't know how to turn it off. Or if you don't have an option to turn off your XMP, you can just set it to auto. Basically, it will do the same job as turning it off, doesn't matter. Now what we'll do is open search, click on percentage, write temp and percentage again, and just empty this folder by deleting all these files. I will show you later why, but for now just delete it because you won't need it for now. Now you can do chkdsk command just to see if your hard drive or drive is having any issues, and you can fix your issues with this command. So basically what you need to do is to open your search again, type cmd, run it as administrator, copy the command I will leave in description like this, and click on enter. So this pop-up will appear. Would you like to schedule this volume to be rechecked the next time the system restarts? Just click on Y and press enter. Basically after next restart, this command will run by itself when you start the Windows. So F stands for fixes errors on the disk, R locates bad sectors and recovers readable information, X forces the volume to dismount first if necessary. After that, we have two programs in this folder, as you can see. First one is just Visual packages, all in one for both 86 and 64. And here we have DirectX+.dotNet plus Microsoft Visual packages all in one. So basically when you run this command, it will install all of these just with single click. And don't worry, because this is just DirectX, you can see .NET and Visual files for installation. This is just script that runs everything at one click, and also you have websites for this, as you can see here. You also have virus total scan, and for this guy that have only Visual C++, make sure to download this file right here, just to prevent some errors from happening, because even if you are using 64, some apps will run in 86. So just make sure to install only this if you want, but I would recommend this more because you will also need DirectX for most of the new games you play. One important thing, if you have downloaded Unarc.dll and Isdone.dll files by yourself manually, you need to remove them from your Windows. I'm sure you have placed them in System32 folder, so just remove them, because this installer will install them by itself, and there is no need for you to add them manually. If you are using DODI repack, you can limit the processes that are being used by some applications or by every application. So what we'll do is go to search, type msconfig, click on boot and click on advanced options. Here you will see a number of processors. You need to check this from 6 to 8, depends on what processor you have. If you have a newer processor, you can even go to 10, but go up to 12, don't go above it. So I would recommend for mid-end processors to go for 6. as this will limit the usage of your processors by applications. Now, if you don't want to do this because this requires a restart, what you can do is go to Task Manager, click on Details. Wait, let me show you real quick. So let's run the setup. Also make sure to check this limit installer to 2 gigs of RAM usage. Trust me, this fixes a lot of errors caused by Unarc.dll, so make sure to check this. So installer is now running. We need to go to Task Manager, and here we can see this setup option. So what you can do here is just press right click and click on Set Affinity. Here you can select manually how much processors you want this app to use. For 6 processors we can select these first 5 CPUs because there is CPU 0, so we are counting from 0 to 5, and that is 6 processors. Just click on OK, and that's it. Now if we go to setup file location, yep, it's right there. So we have Isdone.dll and also we have Unarc.dll. As you can see here, the installer is installing them manually and keeping them in your temp folder. That's why I told you to delete your temp folder earlier, because it will just repeat the same errors if you don't delete it. Next thing I can say is that if you are using DODI repack, you should try and switch to FitGirl, because as I said earlier, she has an option to limit your RAM usage, and she has these verify files before installation, and also she has verify options after installation. So you are checking files you have downloaded before and after, and this will make sure nothing is missing and everything is working perfectly, which is not the case for DODI if you are facing an error with DODI, just in case. What else you can do is, if setup is taking too long, is going to be edit power plan. Click on change advanced power settings, and under hard disk settings you have to click on 0. So turn off hard disk after 0 minutes. Basically this will keep hard disk drive going on and on until you turn off your PC. This 0 means that, so you can just change it, click on apply and click on done. If nothing from this worked, what you can try and do, if you have Windows 11, downgrade it to Windows 10. That's what I did for Call of Duty game. Just in case, I mean, it worked. So I have nothing else to say. Follow, like, share and subscribe if this helped. That's it, and goodbye.